let's take a closer look at the numbers for this lightweight title fight.
You can take a look at the numbers in the age, 36 compared to 24. The records are there. It's that 5'11". Usman is a very tall fighter, and he fights tall, and that can become a problem for Patricky if he can't get inside.
With the championship introductions here once again, Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime here at Rewatch Arena. We're set now for tonight's double main event, leading off with 5 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Lightweight World Championship. Tonight's world title fight sanctioned by the Illinois State Athletic Commission Director Nancy Ilg. And now first, introducing the blue corner. At 5'11", weighing in 154.8 pounds in his first world title challenge, the #1 ranked contender brings 15 professional victories, no losses. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated challenger, Usman Nurmagomedov. And across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner. At 5'7", weighing in 154 pounds even. In the first defense of his world title, he enters with 24 professional victories, 10 defeats. From Natal, Rio Grande do Norte, Brazil, the defending Bellator Lightweight World Champion, Patricky Pitbull. Number 3 in charge, McDonald.
Fighters to the center. All right, gentlemen, this is 5 rounds for the Bellator lightweight title. We went over the rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. If you'd like, touch gloves now, and the best of luck to you. Turn to your corners.
The maiden voyage for Patricky Pitbull as lightweight champion. It's all about the belt, and for Pitbull, looking to knock off Nurmagomedov, hand him his first defeat. This is the first time that Nurmagomedov is competing in a 5-round fight. Round number 1. And we are underway from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. And already, Nurmagomedov, who has a crafty cavalcade of kicks in his arsenal, goes that route to initiate contact.
And one of the things with the Pitbull brothers, they like to take the center of the cage and then let their opponent come to them and throw counters on them. If you are Patricky in this fight, you cannot just stand in the center. You've got to actually push forward and crush that space, or else you're going to be facing all of these different kicks that will be coming your way.
Yeah, Patricky Pitbull wants to make his presence known in the pocket, but he has to navigate a minefield of strikes from Nurmagomedov, who is able to transition and just be fluid and dynamic, and again already showing how many different kicks in the first minute.
That's exactly right. It's just gonna continue to build. We've seen when Usman gets confident in a fight, it is not a good thing for their opponent. Things just start going downhill fast for him.
Nurmagomedov going back and forth to orthodox, now southpaw, looking for that side kick, and the crowd here in Chicago chanting. There is Patricky Pitbull, the reigning featherweight champion, who well avenged his brother's loss to Michael Chandler, becoming lightweight champion, and then vacating the title in order to give his older brother an opportunity to live his dream as the Bellator king of the lightweight division. And of course, a knockout victory tonight would break the tie with Michael Venom Page and make him the KO king in Bellator MMA with 11. But that's easier said than done against the guy who's yet to taste defeat, and already the kicks beginning to deliver dividends.
That was a nice check by Usman on that kick by Patricky. We'll see how much he continues to throw his kick now based upon that check.
Inside kick, and there's an oblique kick, and again he's able to, with one sequence with the same foot, do 2 or 3 different kicks.
And you got to figure right now, he's probably kicked somewhere between 10 to 15 times, maybe 20.
I can tell you right now, he is 12 for 20 according to our stats. So well done, Mr. McCarthy. Meanwhile, Pitbull 2 for 2, but it is a kicking clinic early on for Usman Nurmagomedov, the challenger.
And those kicks tell you one thing. We talked about the range and distance.
Yes.
That means that he has established, he's been able to maintain that range and distance, and that is not a good marker for Patricky in winning this fight. You have got to crush that distance. You're going to have to go inside, step inside, and throw your hands.
Speaking of steps, John, what about the footwork of Nurmagomedov? So fluid, so incredibly physical.
And this is the whole part. See, everyone looks at the way Habib used to fight, and look, he was fantastic. But they are different fighters. One loves the stand-up, one loves the ground. And you can see how much time and effort Usman has put into his stand-up game, because when he wants to flow, he just moves very well. Holds balance.
Started Muay Thai when he's 7, freestyle wrestling at 8, MMA at 11. So again, the generation that is born into MMA, and there's that striking from the champion, Patricky Pitbull. Unleashed a 2-punch combination, but continues to be tagged on the lead leg, and there's a head kick with the left leg of Nurmagomedov.
That was a nice step in attack by Patricky, but he's got to maintain. Once he steps inside, don't let that separation occur. Keep pressing forward and use your hands to do damage.
Final minute of the first. Nurmagomedov fighting at range, resets. Patricky Pitbull, cognizant of the fact that this youngster can attack at different angles and different ways.
You got to figure Usman spent over 3 months in Abu Dhabi training with Islam Makhachev, both of them having championship fights. And so everything that he did there and all of the wrestling defense work he did against Islam is only going to pay off for him here against Patricky if Patricky works for his takedown.
Makhachev, new UFC champion, and you look at AKA, which has been a pipeline of champions. Habib Nurmagomedov, Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, and of all of those fighters, Javier Mendez, the trainer, thinks Usman Nurmagomedov may be the best.
He says a lot.
Você já percebeu, o Arthur é maior que ele. Arthur é maior que ele. Ele tá assim, ó. Não coloca mais a mão no chute. Não bota mais nem o chute. Você tá bem, só faz ele errar. Desce a sua mão.
Distance. Just keep the front kicks and stuff. That's okay.
Usman. I'm sorry,
Umar.
That's Umar.
Yeah.
Usman's brother behind.
And now bantamweight in the UFC. They're everywhere, John.
Yeah, tell me that.
Taking over the sport, and it's incredible to witness, and just how incredibly popular the Dagestani contingent is. Getting a very good reception here in Chicago, and Nurmagomedov now with that stance. There's a kick to the midsection of Patricky Pitbull. Pitbull still kind of just taxiing on the runway. Has had that one moment in the first round, stepped in, delivered the 1-2, but very hard to try to close the distance and try to get on track here as he goes for an oblique kick.
There he is. That's a nice explosion from him. But again, you've got to use your feet to get inside. You can't lunge over.
And of course, with all of the kicks coming from different angles and different distances, Patricky would be trying to maybe time it with a counter or maybe catch it. He goes inside with a low kick. Let's face it, Patricky Pitbull also a BJJ black belt. We talked about it, John. What would be the chance of a guy who, known for his power, wants to knock out Nurmagomedov, but would it be wise for him to try to take it to the ground against a guy who's also been very, very proficient in grappling?
Look, if you're an MMA fighter, it's much easier to fight someone that's not going to try to take you down anytime, because then all you're doing is fighting the stand-up. If you at least try to take him down and make him think about it, then he has to at least deal with that instead of just dealing with the strikes. There's more for him to think about. It slows down his offense. It's a good thing. I just don't,
Oh, beautiful! Setting up the takedown as he baited him with that left hand. An incredible transition, and Nurmagomedov has the takedown on Pitbull.
And that was a beautiful counter hand. If you watch Usman land on Patricky, that snapped his head back. Watch that left hand, man. That left hand just blasted.
using the left hand to set up the takedown. And as we near the midway point of the second, we'll see how the champion is able to work from his back, controlling the posture of the challenger. Hammer fist, short hammer fist, and an elbow from Nurmagomedov. So trying to do damage to the champion, not just laying and praying here. Of course, dynamic Dagestani fighter.
A lot of shoulder pressure. This is something you're working out with someone like Makhachev. That's a guy that can create an unbelievable amount of pressure. You learn when you're working with someone like that how to create your own pressure. Usman on top is not good. I said from the beginning, whichever fighter ends up in the top position, it's not good for their opponent. And right now, Pitbull needs to work his way out.
Elbow from Nurmagomedov, and Pitbull trying to do just that, trying to perhaps use the fence, but he's now back in a supine position courtesy of Nurmagomedov.
To every one of these elbows you see Usman landing, that just, it's like punching a hole in the gas tank. It damages you. It just starts to make you slower. And that's something that Pitbull cannot give up in this fight.
Oh, commentary between the two fighters. Body head with the right hand of Nurmagomedov.
If Usman is talking, he got that habit from his cousin, Habib, who used to talk to every one of his opponents. I did enough of his fights, and he would sit there telling them, "You need to quit. I'm going to smash you. Just stop."
I'm trying to smash Patricky Pitbull here. Pitbull, meanwhile, desperately trying to get out from underneath, but Usman Nurmagomedov continuing to feed the elbows, and the right hand's under the armpit now of the champion.
You see that beautiful lacing of the arm that he's got on that left arm.
Nurmagomedov looking to get the hooks in.
What a beautiful transition. Look how he sliced that knee inside. He's looking for the choke.
He's got 5 submission victories, including 2 rear naked chokes. Pitbull has lost via submission once against Lloyd Woodard back at Bellator 62, 10 years ago. And it looks like Patricky Pitbull may be able to survive round 2, but it's all Usman Nurmagomedov. Will he survive? Elbows from up top, and what a dominant round for the challenger, John.
Absolutely, that was a big round for Usman Nurmagomedov, and that last sequence was
everything is
brutal.
beautiful.
Pops his head back, John, and there
that was that left hand that popped his head straight back, but a beautiful transition from the striking, dropping down, changing levels into him, takes him down, and then take a look at this. Mounted position, just lighting him up with big elbow strikes.
Isso, parado.
Outra coisa, só pra... Quando ele chutar, Patrick, é o momento de você bloquear e pegar. Tá tomando chute, tá indo pra trás. Bloqueia e avança com o cruzado direto.
Ele tá com medo da sua mão, pô.
Tá entendendo? Outra coisa, você sai.
Nurmagomedov with designs of becoming the first Bellator champion from Dagestan. A lot of supporters here at Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Playing host to its first Bellator MMA event, the first of our 2 championship fights tonight.
Gentlemen, round 3.
That round right there just gave Usman a ton of confidence.
A ton of respect there by Nurmagomedov as they start round 3. He starts from southpaw again, fine with the jab, oblique kick, and there, that Patricky Pitbull trying to initiate the explosive attack, John. And again, defending the takedown attempt there as strike totals all Nurmagomedov.
82 of 113, 7 of 7.
73%.
Unbelievable.
Body kick by Nurmagomedov. Right kick to the face by Nurmagomedov.
Right now, Nurmagomedov is just breaking Pitbull down, just slowly diminishing him with every shot that he's landing. Pitbull can't figure out the way to break that distance.
Any suggestions?
It's a whole lot easier to say than it is to do, but he's got to take chances now. He's got to say, hey, I've got to step inside, and when he steps inside, move your feet inside, bring your head off that center line, and start throwing shots straight down the pipe. Uppercuts are good.
Left, and of course that right hand of Patricky Pitbull, his money shot. There's Nurmagomedov again, just keeping his lead hand from southpaw, John, just out there, keeping Pitbull thinking, keeping him at bay. There's a side kick to the breadbasket by Nurmagomedov.
He's showing you the respect that he has for that right hand power of Pitbull. Look at where his left hand is. It's right ups, right cover his chin the entire time. Exactly.
Now the fight IQ of this 24-year-old, and again it goes all the way back to the patriarch, the late Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, the father of Habib Nurmagomedov, and what he was able to accomplish with the youngsters and the family and the surrounding area. And Usman Nurmagomedov, as we mentioned, looking to become an undefeated champion, and there is Javier Mendez and other members of the camp.
That's Abu Bakr there. You see it up front. These guys train together. They live together. They do everything together. And everything is just about helping each other. You got to give, and they're going to give back. And you can see the results. And that's what they've learned from Abu Bakr.
Habib, Usman, Umar, and Abu Bakr, 76-3-1. That's mixed martial arts. Incredible record.
And honestly, if you talk about that record, it's Abu Bakr that has the 3 losses and the 1 draw. All the rest of them are undefeated.
In the third, Nurmagomedov content to be at this distance, switching stances, and again looking to land the kick upstairs. Patricky Pitbull trying to move forward, but forced on his back foot. Now he switches stances.
We talked at the beginning of this fight, the whole element of the range, how he's got to crush that. He has not figured out a way to do it as of this 3rd round.
Nurmagomedov just landed the jab with the right hand and misses with the
1-2. Nice hard kick to the body by Pitbull. He's doing more of that.
And there, Nurmagomedov again, he's the one crashing into the range. And he has just landed his 100th strike of the fight. He's thrown 147. Meanwhile, for the champion, 12 of 31 thus far. Paltry output, thanks to the pressure and the kicking attack of Nurmagomedov. So we are headed to the championship rounds, and again, the first time that the challenger's in a 5-round fight.
What's up? Clean break.
Well, we know what the fans think, John. What do you make of what you're witnessing right now in terms of the approach from the champion, Patricky Pitbull?
Se você fintar
The approach of
e deixar ele se
Pitbull
arrumar,
is he's
não vai dar
confused.
tempo de pegar
Let's
sua
just be
mão.
honest. He's
Você tem
having
que
a hard
fintar e
time breaking
pegar.
that distance
A sua
down.
finta tem que ser
And
pra
if you're looking
frente
at
e depois
Usman,
você pega.
it
Entendeu?
is not a
Você
fighter's
tem que
job
fintar.
to get hit. It's to
Hey,
not
hit
be
the bucket.
hit and hit your
You're
opponent.
up,
And he's doing
gonna
a
come
beautiful job
stronger.
of that.
He's gonna come
Hey,
strong.
baby, you got it. Here we go.
Beautiful jab, straight off. Got into him. Wasn't able to get the takedown, but
man, how cool is it? Yeah, again, you want to see the
You're doing beautiful.
How many
So I
times
want
have
you
you seen
doing the
naked
same
shots,
thing.
telegraph
The
shots? He
distance is
uses his
very, very
striking
important, okay?
to
Distance
change
is very
levels and get
important.
right into the grappling.
yeah.
round for Usman Nurmagomedov is... It's like he looked like in round one. He is maintaining, again, the pace hasn't been incredibly high by any means, but it's been Usman Nurmagomedov, and we appreciate the respect, but the fans would like to see them get it on here, John.
Why can't you like your opponent? Take a look at the total strikes here, 102 of 152 at 67%.
Well, there is using the speed, but there Pitbull able to escape the takedown attempt because it was a naked shot.
That's right. That is the difference. When you shoot that naked shot comparatively without utilizing your hands to set it up, it is a much more difficult thing to do against a guy that knows how to wrestle. So Usman has shown he's had a very good attack with his hands, has set those takedowns up well, and in the second round when he got it, you saw how well he did on the ground.
And we just saw a nice inside calf kick by the challenger again, wearing down the lead leg of the champion, Patricky Pitbull. And Pitbull fires off an inside kick that Nurmagomedov absorbed. Side kick. Nurmagomedov racking up the points. Yes, by the challenger on the face of the champion Patricky Pitbull, and his face is busted up.
Pitbull doesn't like having his back against the fence, so you know when you see him getting close to that fence, he's not comfortable with what's happening in the fight.
Double jab from Nurmagomedov, and Pitbull coming forward, but unable to score anything of note. And again, that continued movement by Nurmagomedov, moving in and out of range. And continues to just wear him down with kicks.
And I'm telling you, I'm very impressed with Patricky and what the kind of condition that he's in, because all those shots with the kicks that Usman has landed to the body, that front kick, the side kick, all of it.
I mean, the numbers are astronomical for Nurmagomedov in terms of his domination. And there's a body kick by the champion. 2 minutes left in the penultimate round, and champ resets, hands down, backing up. Nurmagomedov flicks the front kick to the midsection, and Patricky Pitbull just...
But you notice how he was leaning more. You saw how he was leaning forward as he was coming forward, because his feet were planted. He's trying to land with power. He's got to slide his feet in to those situations so he can come with more than just that 1-2. He can get to the 3-4.
It's almost as if the champion may even be in a way trying to bait Nurmagomedov, putting it down, because you wonder who's going to lead the dance. Right. We know that Pitbull's an effective counter striker as well, especially as you mentioned with that right hand.
Yeah, he has been throughout his career, but in this fight, Usman has him where he is unsure exactly what's coming, where it's coming, and when he should throw.
Yeah, a moment for Pitbull to again throw a combination with Nurmagomedov darting in and out. Just 50 seconds left in the fourth. And there again, the kick connects to the face. The feints being employed by Nurmagomedov.
Pitbull's got to commit. He's got to sit down and say, hey, look, I'm behind this fight. I need to start making some big movements towards Usman to land with the power that I have. Because he does. He's got power in each hand. Doesn't matter if it's the right or left. If it lands, it can hurt Usman or put him out.
A luta é tua, cara. Ele tá respeitando você. O que vai acontecer é você fazer o que você treinou, cara. Não fica assim parado. Solta o seu braço. O rei do Nafante quer você. Você tem que andar pra frente, Patrick, na hora do golpe. Entendeu? Outra coisa. Não quero tomar chute e ir pra trás. Eu tomo chute e pego e cruzar direto. É isso. Presta atenção. É isso que ele tá falando. Você ganhou. Você vai ganhar a luta. Levanta a cabeça.
Sense of urgency as you would expect in the champion's corner. Eric Alvarezine, who's helped Patricky Pitbull and his brother in the wrestling department, Patricio on the outside, yelling words of encouragement to his brother. They know this round is everything to his title reign. And for Usman Nurmagomedov, in the first fifth round of his blossoming career, he could potentially be 5 minutes or less away from becoming the new Bellator lightweight champion.
Gentlemen, fifth and final round, Patricky. Let's go.
5 minutes left in this fight, John. I just got asked. Part of the traffic, unofficial scorecard, and why?
Unofficial scorecard, Nurmagomedov winning every round so far.
And Nurmagomedov now, Patricky Pitbull, knowing that it's now or never, beginning to put pressure on Nurmagomedov.
That's what he needs to do. It's going to be an L. If you don't go after him, you don't hurt him, and you don't get rid of him in this round, it's going to be an L no matter what. So,
and finally, aggression.
Let it hang out.
The champion is Nurmagomedov. Went for the takedown. Continues to deliver oblique kicks to the lead leg of the champion, but Patricky Pitbull definitely trying to ratchet up the offense in the meantime. Double jab, and it ends up with Patricky Pitbull on his back again, courtesy of Nurmagomedov.
That was a beautiful takedown. Beautifully set up by Nurmagomedov. Pitbull was looking for him to strike, dropped levels on him, took him straight down.
And the challenger has dominated in every facet of the fight.
So far, he has been the dominant fighter.
Closed guard where really Patricky Pitbull has to try to find a way to get Nurmagomedov off of him, and it's going to be tough sledding for the lightweight champion as Usman Nurmagomedov, who's blood now, even more blood on the face of the champ.
And right now, all you're seeing from Patricky is he's holding tight, trying to keep that position where no posture so I don't get hit with big shots.
Holding him tight is not going to help him hold on to the goal.
No. The more that he holds him tight, the further away that belt is marching over to Usman's corner.
Bellator lightweight champion, a bloody mess, struggling on his back as Usman Nurmagomedov keeping it close, tightly to his chest, now looking to pass guard.
Nice hip movement by Usman, but a very good job of keeping that guard by Patricky. But again, right now, at this point in the fight, keeping the guard can keep him from being hurt and damaged anymore. But it's definitely not going to help him in winning this fight.
2 minutes away from a changing of the guard in the Bellator lightweight division. Usman Nurmagomedov in top position, working from the close guard of the champion throughout this fight. It's been all Usman Nurmagomedov. He's thrown 225 strikes. Oh, and now there's a returning right onto full mount, John.
Minute 35 left. We saw what happened last time with the elbows.
And Usman Nurmagomedov in prime position. to try to close the show and make history as the first Bellator champion from Dagestan.
Usman putting a lot of pressure, that shoulder pressure. You see how it's forcing Pitbull's head to the side.
Final minute and Pitbull, incredible sweep, and Pitbull now has to let it all hang out. Less than a minute left, potentially in his title reign.
But you saw right away when he got turned, what did Usman do? Feet right on the hips, pushed him off, right up to his feet.
Time's called for desperate measures. I know it's a cliche, John, but here it is, 25 seconds left. Patricky Pitbull has to look. If he is looking to be the king of knockouts, he's got to try, because Usman Nurmagomedov is well on his way.
He's got to
at
watch
the age of 24 years old, of moving to 16-0 and becoming the champion of Pitbull.
Let's take a look at some of these highlights from the beginning. That push kick, all of the variety of kicks, and then the use of the hands to get Pitbull covering up, dropping levels. When he got to the top position, he landed big, heavy shots that did damage. The wrestling was a huge difference for Usman Nurmagomedov. He was able to take Pitbull down multiple times in the fight, and when he did, opening up a big cut with that elbow right there, gets the back, takes it back down with a mat return, gets the back off of that, right to mount, landed some big shots from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance in tonight's first world title fight, we go now to your judges at cage side. Your first, Scott Jones, scores the fight 50-45, while judges Sal D'Amato and Michael Bell both see it the same at 50-44. I'll have it for the winner by unanimous decision. And now the new Bellator lightweight world champion, Usman Nurmagomedov.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with the new Bellator lightweight champion, Usman Nurmagomedov. That was a dominant performance. You put on a beautiful striking exhibition, beautiful takedowns, beautiful ground control. How does it feel to be the second lightweight champion, taking a belt back to Dagestan this year?
Oh, thank you so much for everybody, thank you. You know, honestly, I don't believe this, brother, really. I have only 24 years, and look at this guy. This guy and his father make me, you know. These guys, look at him. Salam alaikum. Oh, salam alaikum. Boyas damo yedi.
Well, that's Khabib Nurmagomedov there. That is your cousin. He seems a little happy. How does it feel for you to make him so happy with what you've done?
Brother, for me, this is so important to know that this is like, I don't give you like what I feel now. I don't say like, I feel it great, you know, like now I believe I can everything. Like, you know, like what human can, like I know. You know, a lot of things I want to say, like I have a little barrier for my language, and I will improve this. And now I'm so happy, a lot of emotion, you know. I don't know, I just want to say thank you. Like, first of all, alhamdulillah, after I know a lot of guys, everybody from around the world send me message, so support me. And thank you guys, thank you. And thank you, my manager, Ali, my brother. This is not only manager. Scott Coker, thank you so much for chance. And coach, you know everything, coach. I love you so much. You, Habib, you guys make me. Thank you for my team, thank you for my family. Sen спасибо, кто за меня болеет. Честно сказать, очень сильно рад. Не хотел подводить. Сегодня здесь пришли очень много братьев. Папа тоже видно в зале. Всем спасибо. Всем. И особенно Тада, ассаламу алейкум. I'm done.
We say
Thank you.
thank you for everyone who like support and he said thank you for my family. He says salam alaikum, my father.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the new champion, Usman Nurmagomedov.